Most Porsche enthusiasts hate the 996 model.
It was very controversial. It was the first 911 not to be air-cooled. It was water-cooled. Ooh.
This is the most vile, sacrilegious, heretical, defective piece of trash to ever bear the Stuttgart coat of arms.
Porsches are one of my favorite cars, and I just want to experience all of them. There's one 911 that I've always just heard nothing but bad things about. Like, it just gets so much hate, and I really want to figure out for myself why that is. So today we have this 996 911, just a base Carrera, as bare bones as it gets, and I really want to find out what's so wrong about these. Like, I know it was the first water-cooled 911, and it has just like, it was the big change of form for Porsche, but I've been driving this around for a little bit, and I just don't get what the hate is. It's actually really fun, and I'm just really enjoying it. So let's take a look at this thing real fast. So yeah, we got this 996 911. It's in this really cool like gray color, but it's like a grayish green. And this thing only has 40,000 miles. It is super low miles. It just looks so good. And it has this very unique interior too. It's like this brown on brown with like suede headliner. Don't mind all my camera gear. And it just looks very nice. Come around back here, the Carrera script, and stuff, and it's just a really good looking car. So again, I am trying to figure out where the hate for these comes from, especially because this one right here, this one's for sale. You can get it for 29 grand. 40,000 miles, perfect shape, just kept in a garage, 29 grand. I'm really debating on if I should buy it. But yeah, let's go check out the inside just really quick, and then let's go take it for a drive. Like I said, it's like this brown on brown interior, got back seats there, and these guys are in perfect shape. Porsche logo embossed on there. You got the key on the left side. Awesome analog gauges that aren't in Porsches anymore. 6-speed manual, also, mind you, for that price. And this just looks so nice. There's not one thing wrong with it. Just Carrera script on the door. These door cards look awesome as well. This whole car just looks amazing. That classic Porsche shape. I don't know, guys. I'm really liking this. So yeah, I'm enjoying this car a lot, and I kind of can't tell where the hate is from. This has plenty of power. It's, I think, close to 300 horsepower, 296 if I remember right, and has 254 pound-feet of torque on a 3.4 liter flat six. And this will need an exhaust. It is way too quiet. Just driving around and experiencing it, way too quiet. But I say, let's go for a drive, and let's go talk about this a little bit more. Hey guys, we are driving the 996 911. This car has 296 horsepower in the base Carrera configuration. It's 254 pound-feet of torque, I believe. And that's all coming out of a 3.4 liter flat six motor. And this one in this car is so smooth. This car just barely clocked over 40,000 miles. It is almost pristine. This interior is almost in a perfect shape, only just like very few scuffs over the last 40,000 miles. And it's pretty much a time capsule from when it was brand new. This car still drives like it's brand new. It got plenty of power too. You're out here on the back roads of Idaho, just mobbing around, having a good time. And I'm just really getting a feel for this car. This is my first time driving a 996, and I am really enjoying it. My friend Matt has a 996 Turbo that I've gotten the chance to ride around in, but I've never got the chance to drive it. So this is my first time being in one, like actually in the driver's seat and piloting it. And I'll say it drives pretty much just as good as the other 911s do. When you drive one, they all have a shared DNA, even though this one is the first water-cooled 911, and that's one of the reasons why people don't like it, because it kind of was the first change from being air-cooled. But this thing still drives like a 911. It still feels like a 911 in here. It handles like one, and it is just a nice place to be. This car, you've already seen, has a very unique interior on like a brown on brown on brown on black spec. Has actually a really nice like suede headliner. The leather is in perfect shape. It just looks so nice in here. And I thought I would really not enjoy this interior as much because when just in the pictures, I didn't think I would like it. But, you know, sitting in here, the brown isn't like overbearing. It's actually a nice place to be in. Like the leather stitching is really nice and everything just looks really good. And even this like infotainment system, I believe this is an upgraded one, looks really nice too and modern. And in here, like, I don't sit in here and think like, oh, this car is 25 years old, pretty much. It actually looks really nice. We're going around some corners here. It just goes so good. Its handle's so flat. We're not going to send it too hard. This car does have slightly older tires on it. The car is actually currently up for sale. I think the guy only wants like $29,000 for this car, which isn't bad at all. If I can get a promotion at work that I'm gunning for, I might need to consider this because this is just such a cool spec. And this would actually be a really good first 911, especially with low miles, under market price, and with like a really cool spec. Like that's kind of best of both worlds. Just push it through this corner right here. Gotta go slow. There's a little patch of ice right in front of us. That is one pane with the base Carrera. It is just rear-wheel drive. It's not really the choice that I would want. I would definitely want like a Carrera 4, Carrera 4S if I was getting one. But if for like a first 911, even just with the right tires, being rear-wheel drive with the rear engine, your traction should be fine. I've driven other rear-wheel drive 911s, but mostly like the brand new 992, so those do have better traction control, and I was never like worried about traction or anything. And to be honest, even after having some wet tires going through some snow right there, this still feels planted and like it has no issues whatsoever. But the 296 horsepower is plenty, I find. Obviously, we would all want more, but the 296 is actually really nice, and it's a very usable amount of power. Let's push right here. The car has a kind of a slow 0 to 60. It's 5.2 seconds, I believe. So even my Volkswagen ID4 is a little bit faster than this right off the line. But I feel like if this had like a modern PDK, it would be pretty close to what my ID4 puts out as far as like 0 to 60 time goes, or even closer to what like a modern day 911 would be. And really with Porsches, it's kind of all about the tires you put on these cars. Like they just ran the Carrera GT on the Nürburgring again, but they used modern tires compared to the old tires that they did when they originally tested. And I think they took like 30 seconds off their lap time just having better tires. So pairing up older 911s just with new tires is a great mix, and you will probably not have much to complain about. Let's go around these corners right here. It's just so planted. Again, let's slow down. There's a little bit of a water patch. It just snowed a ton here in Idaho, and it's all melting now, so we have to deal with all the wetness and the ice. But yeah, so far this drives super nice. The seats are very comfortable. Such a good place to be. I have so much headroom, like always in 911s. I've never really much complaints about being in any of these. The interior looks great. This is a nice place to be. Still feels decently modern, even though, like I said, it's 25 years old. And yeah, it just drives super nice. Let's get around this bend. Let's do like a downshift and push the car just a little bit. We're gonna kick it up into third gear, and let's felt the tail out, go out a little bit right there. Drop it back down. Easy shifts. Kind of has like a little bit of a kick to it, but it's kind of fun. Adds a little bit of drama to the shifting experience. Yeah, this just feels super nice. We're coming up here to a stop sign. All in all, I really like this driving experience. If I can get this promotion at work, a 911 might be in my future. Just saying, that might need to be something that we make happen. So let me know down below if I should look into getting a Porsche for my first sports car. This car's just so quiet. This needs an exhaust. If I bought this car, it needs an exhaust. Let's push it a little bit. Let's go up to third. Fourth. Easy. Super smooth. I would almost say I would throw a short throw shifter in this, but this stock shifter actually feels really nice. And it doesn't really have that too long of a throw. I think I'd still put a short throw just because I like how short throws feel, but this isn't bad. I actually really like that. I'm not going to drive it around too much just because it is low miles and I want to keep it there and they're trying to sell it. But let's go park this back up, get one more look at it, and give you my final thoughts on this car. All right, guys, so that will wrap up my thoughts on the 996. I think this is an amazing car and actually probably a really good option for a first Porsche. So let me know if this is something that you think I should get. I would love to get a 996 and put like the aero kit on it, because I think those just look really cool and really updates the looks, and put on the turbo headlights too, just to update the looks a tiny bit, because I know these headlights are some of the biggest gripe that people have with these. Yeah, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on the 996. Let me know down below what you think of it, and let me know if I should buy this, because I'm really debating on it. I'll catch you in the next one.